Chapter 37, Alexa Brenner. A couple of houses away, it becomes obvious that the house is not in the condition that we left it in. My stomach sinks with dread. We should have gone straight to the mall as we had planned. James instead decided we needed this detour. I tell him it's not too late to turn around, but he's inside the cab, and I don't think he'll listen to me anyway. All of the remaining windows have been broken, and the door is left wide open. Spray painted on the front of the house is a written warning. Humans will rise again, death to all demons. We stop right out front of the house and unload ourselves. No one speaks. I assume this is out of respect for James as we enter his trashed house. Everything is thrown out of place, and some things are torn apart or smashed. All of the supplies we had in the dining room are gone, probably taken by the military. The upstairs isn't completely trashed. There are rocks and glass in places that they had landed when the windows were broken, and snow has landed inside the house. Otherwise, it doesn't look like they had done anything up here. I hear a horrified, "Oh my God!" It comes from the basement. Miles and I hurry down. 4 bodies lay on one giant pool of blood in the middle of the room. The 4 people that had been injured were killed by multiple gunshots, a gruesome overkilling. Before Raylene can make it down the stairs enough to see anything, I cover her eyes. Back upstairs now. Something explodes upstairs, and part of the ceiling collapses at the far end of the room. Books from the dining room library on fire and fall from the floor above. James opens the tunnel up to the tree. I hear someone yell, "Run!" But I'm already moving. Another explosion, and the air rushes past me. I'm thrown on the ground in the tunnel as it closes up behind me. I catch myself on my knees and elbows. Raylene cradled under the cage my body makes. Soft light creates a dim glow. James has a fireball in his hand to help us see. Miles picks himself off the ground next to me. I look back. The entrance to the tunnel is covered. Miles helps me off the ground. Together we're able to pull Raylene and me up without detaching her. My hands are bleeding and I have rocks lodged in my cuts, but there's no time to fix it. He leads me to the tree roots. The nymph looks frightened this time. Her movements are rushed. Not 2 seconds after she picks us up, Miles and I run through the wall and come out into a familiar forest. Everyone has gotten through without a scratch, except for me. What the hell just happened? Who the fuck attacked us? Amy yells out for some sort of answer. Language. James reminds her of Raylene's presence. After everything we've gone through, and you're worried about the kid hearing some swear words? Really, James? Prioritize. Your house just got blown up, and we almost went with it, Amy shouts. So you just answered your first question. As for the second question, it's obvious who blew up the house, Daniel states. Amy doesn't hesitate with an answer. Demons? Yes, because instead of getting a lunch out of us, they're going to make explosives and toss them in the house while they stand by watching the fireworks. Daniel's sarcasm just looks like it angers Amy. The military, they came after us? Taylor puts together the pieces of the puzzle a little faster than Amy does. Amy looks like she's about to say something, but Leah beats her to it. Not to put a damper on your conversation or anything, but can we continue this elsewhere, specifically out of the sun? I'm starting to get a little hot here. Of course. How much sunscreen do you have left? James looks a bit worried. Leah pulls out her sunscreen and checks the level in the tube. Maybe a couple days worth, but I didn't put too much on in the bathroom because the plan had been to leave in the middle of the night, so no sun then. It's not much further than we'll be inside the mountain. Think you can make it without lighting up? James starts us walking towards the cabin. She nods. I put Raylene down so she can walk on her own, and so that I can pick stones out of my hand. A burning sting is left behind by each pebble. We make it to the house and go down the door in the floor. Leah goes first by jumping down. Miles jumps down with Raylene, but the rest of us use the ladder. Our welcome is non-existent. No dwarves come to even acknowledge our existence. Something must have happened. By this point last time, we already had a full crew threatening and escorting us further inside the mountain. You know, maybe I should have stayed in the house. The dwarves will not like it that you brought a vampire with you. It breaks our treaty. Leah sounds like she might be a bit nervous. Times are different. As long as you behave, I don't think it's going to matter. James leads us through the tunnels. He lights up a glowing ball in his hand so we can see better. I just follow the light. We walk for a while down the winding tunnels without another word. Leah pushes open the doors enough for one person to filter through. The yelling starts as soon as she steps through. The sleeping city awakes with shouts of "Intruders!" We all slip through the doors. They all rush around us like last time, their weapons pointed at us. King Zircon comes over to us. "Lower your weapons. James, your presence here last time brought an attack. We delivered your materials as requested. Why are you back now?" King Zircon's tone hits at the trouble we have caused and probably will cause by us being here. I look around the dwarves surrounding us. Some do appear to have been moderately injured. Most have bandages on them. "I'm sorry you were attacked, but it was a coincidence. I hope that with that you will see that you can't be neutral in this. They will attack for no reason, and now humans are hunting us too. We need to take action to stop this rebellion. We'll be attacking the same side as the ones who attacked you." James tries to convince the king to join us, to help us fully. King Zircon thinks it over for a moment before he nods to James. "We will help you kill them like they killed our queen." "Thank you, and we are sorry for your loss." James looks around at him, at all the dwarves. "You all look worn. Your clan will be taken care of while we speak privately. The members of our last meeting will accompany us, yes?" The dwarf king doesn't wait for an answer. He turns around and starts walking back to his home. I assume two things: that Raylene and I should follow after him, and that he doesn't trust the others in his home. Raylene, James, and I follow King Zircon through his doorway. A stench of perfume wafts through this place. On a stone table lays the queen's corpse. Her body is decorated for a funeral. Dried flowers circle the body. Precious stones are placed atop of her. Crystals and diamonds in all sorts of colors and sizes. Pinks, yellow, clear, metallic, rainbow, purples, browns, and greens. The perfume seems to be coming from the burning oils placed in the dried flowers. There is a picture in her arms of a small child. One of the differences between our cultures is how we handle our deceased. While humans tend to get rid of the body immediately, dwarves hold on to the body for days afterwards. It's a sign of respect and love to the person who used to inhabit its body. It's also a chance for family and friends to say goodbye after they get over their initial shock. When royalty passes on, the whole clan comes to pay their respects. King Zircon explains. "I don't know what to say, so I just nod. It seems disturbing to me. I wouldn't want my dead loved one's body anywhere near me." King Zircon goes to his throne while James sits down on the floor in front of him. Creeps me out that we will be having our conversation here, while the queen's dead body is just a few feet away. The king waits for the rest of us to get settled and comfortable before he stands and goes to the table beside the queen. He pours liquid into small stone cups and hands us adults each one before he sits down with his own. He raises his cup and moves it slightly forward towards us in a motion of cheers. James follows him, so I do the same. We each take a gulp of the liquid. Intense heat and burning hits my throat. I cough through the itch, as I had not been expecting that strong of an alcohol to be in the cup. The liquid tastes like nail polish remover. A hint of earthy herbal aftertaste makes it somewhat bearable. Concerned and amused people look at me. I clear my throat. "It's okay, I wasn't expecting that." King Zircon is the first to start laughing, then everyone else follows. King Zircon also stops the laughter. "I apologize, you're still new to things. I should have warned you. It's a traditional drink for funeral respects. Anyway, I suppose we should get down to business. James, what is it that you need from us? Do you have any plans?" "Of course," James sounds confident. "How far are you and your clan willing to go at this point? We don't want to make you do anything you're not willing or prepared for." "They have infiltrated our home, killed our queen, and many other members of our clan. We are willing to do anything you need." The king's anger is not only in his voice, but also his white knuckles from gripping his cup hard. James puts his cup on the ground and clears his throat. "We'll need weapons, armors, fighters. We plan on attacking Darius's farm. We need to kill the leaders in our region. If we can show that there is a chance that they can lose this battle, and that there will be consequences of being on their side, they will lose support. The more people we can get on our side rather than theirs, the better chance we have. We'll regain land one bit at a time. We'll have allies all over come together for this battle. We win, and word will spread. 10 days from now, we will attack at sunset. Hopefully we can be ready in time." King Zircon raises his eyebrow. What size of an army can we gather in 10 days? "We'll gather enough. We have 12 among us, your clan, allies at the mall. and I'll get word out to old friends. Any help we can get will help us win. He pauses for King Zircon to think about the number of people we could gather for our side. What is the size of your armory right now? He brings his hand up to his chin to scratch through his beard. Enough to fully equip the clan, and then some. The rest of the armor will have to be altered because of size, but that will take no time. About 50 others could be clothed. We'll have enough weapons for about 300. We'll gather everything and go to the mall tomorrow. We'll inform everyone there. We'll take everything through the tree. I'll take a few back tonight to ensure the danger is gone and see what is left in my house that I can gather. A gong sounds 5 times, interrupting James. I look to King Zircon to see his reaction. Immediately I suspect danger. However, there's no concern on his expression. Dinner is ready. I believe we have finished here anyway. We shall go to the hall. Tonight we feast, rest, and relax. Tomorrow is a big day. Get lots of rest tonight. You all look like you could use it. King Zircon stands up and goes over to the queen's body. He kisses her lips and leaves. James gets up and follows after him. I help Raylene up from her seat, and we hurry out to catch up. The king walks fast for the length of his legs. We almost have to jog to catch up. We go through one of the other set of large doors to a grand hall. A stone table and benches are carved from the rock. They are simple but effective long stretches of rectangular stone. 2 shorter slabs on either side of one larger one in the middle. The one table, 2 benches The one table and 2 benches in the room are set out like one large dining room table for one very large family. King Zircon sits down at the head of the table at the far end. When I get there myself, I see that the 2 benches are connected on this side. Food is already on the table. Wild meat is carved, but still in the shape of the original forms, likely attached to the animal's bones to keep that way. Various berries are laid out. Bread, loaves, and bowls of butter are placed directly on the table. Everything here smells fresh and homemade. The seating and table are slightly uncomfortable as they were not made for people of our size. My knees press against the table sides, and others taller than me are sitting slightly My knees press against the table's side, and others taller than me are sitting slightly sideways to fit. Finally, I notice a few things are missing. Plates and cutlery. There's no room on the table for them. Down at the other end, 2 people are handing them out from carts. When each person gets theirs, they place it on their laps. So when the cart comes around, I do the same. The cutlery is different. One is a knife with a sharp edge, but the other is like a metal rod with a sharp point at the end. When everyone has a plate, people start grabbing things off the table. They're using the rod and knife to grab most things and hand-picking the berries. I copy them. It's a bit awkward, but I fill my plate. The dowel is used like a fork would. Stabbing the piece of pig I had claimed, I start eating. Everything tastes fresh and clean. The room is filled with boisterous laughter, chatter, and excitement. I can barely hear myself think, so I have no idea how anyone is having any conversations and actually hearing what the other person is saying. The supper is never ending. Long after people have cleared their plates, they continue to talk and pick at the food in front of them. Seats are exchanged every once in a while so people can talk with others. Finally, after what seems like 3 hours, people start leaving. Some of our group leaves with different dwarves. Alexa, King Zircon says my name, and I immediately turn my attention to him. And the little girl will stay at my house as well. James finishes something in his mouth. Thank you for your hospitality, King Zircon. To keep the 4 of us in our house for the night is more than we could have expected. Nonsense. You are my guests and allies. It'll be nice having a child around once more. King Zircon takes a drink from his cup. We go there now. Everyone is settling down or going to work. If you don't mind, I will head back to my house now. It should take no more than 2 hours. James stands up. Very well. Please take a clan member with you. We don't want you getting lost. The king motions over to someone behind me. Agate, would you mind going with James to collect some items from his house? Of course. Agate and James leave through the giant doors. The small king gets up from his seat. Come. King Zircon leads us back to his place. We go through the doorway at the far end of the meeting room. There are 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a living room. Raylene and I are set into the baby's room, James in another one. The makeshift bed is just a couple of fur blankets on the floor. We are instructed to lie on top of all but one. The one pelt is sufficient to keep us warm. The king bids us good night. Raylene falls asleep as soon as she lies down. Wide awake, I roll over to face Raylene. The darkness of the room makes it so that I can't see her, though she is only a foot away. The darkness of the room makes it so that I can't see her, though she is only a foot away. I close my eyes, as they are useless to me anyway.